video.
Hey everyone, Guest 273 here with a kind of surprise Sunday stream. So, I've been experimenting a little bit with playing the intro, but it's quite hard to like catch it in the correct frame. So, let's check the audio just to make sure that everything is a-okay, and then we can play some Heroes of Might and Magic 3. So how's the audio on Twitch? Some Heroes of Might and Magic 3. So how's the audio? Audio on Twitch is fantastic. I would give it a 10 out of 10. And audio on YouTube. Let's check the audio just to make sure that everything is a-okay. Yeah, the audio sounds as I would expect it. Let me also test the YouTube chat. Let's do something non-standard. I usually type 123 or 273. Let's type something else. Gotta mix it up sometimes, but hey, seems like everything is functioning, and that is great. I was feeling like playing a bit of single player Heroes of Might and Magic 3 today. After editing the descriptions and timestamps for one of my previous streams, I just kind of felt like, hey, I want to play some. Because, as always, in the evening with the boys and the weekends, it's not guaranteed that we're gonna get a game going. So might as well, you know, do one that is guaranteed. And what a map that we have for today. I have I think it was a 3-player map. Alright, yes, a 3-player map. Goblins in the Pantry, where you can choose to play as either a stronghold, or a stronghold. So I chose to play as a stronghold. And you have all the heroes available, and I was like, you know what? There is one, only one, that really likes goblins, and that one is gonna be Gretchin. I think I chose an artifact as my starting bonus, yeah, because wood and ore can be quite impactful on 200% difficulty, and the same can be said about some starting gold. We can get like a second hero maybe a day faster, depending on the pickups and whatnot. Orange is like the most vibrant color, and in my opinion, from these three, it fits the stronghold the most. So Goblins in the Pantry. A goblin village is the key to controlling this region, and you must sway them to your side before your opponents do. So we must flag all creature dwellings, or we can lose by losing all our towns and heroes. This is a free-for-all, a medium-sized map on the normal difficulty, and let's jump into it and let's see what the map offers us. What it brings, I am taking. Here in this land are a great many goblin tribes. All the tribes in the region, save one, have chosen sides for the coming Festival of Life. So this is actually tied in with the Armageddon's Blade lore, very interesting, for the coming Festival of Life. You must convince this last tribe to join your cause. The problem is that there are 3 other barbarian lords trying the same thing. 3 other barbarian lords, not 2 other. Is this suddenly a 4-player map? Are they gonna break the 4th wall? Am I a barbarian? Well, let us convince the goblins to join our side. Anyway, our fantastic Gretchin here is gonna have a glyph of gallantry. Quite a good starting artifact. What can Gretchin tell us about herself? Not only is Gretchin an excellent leader, but all who follow her will tell you the same thing. She's like having another mom who can take care of you. Gretchin, the wonderful goblin specialist. And starts with pathfinding and offense. I usually choose the colors like based on like what I think is like the most rare color or would not affect gameplay that much, or we haven't gotten in a while. I chose Gretchin for this one, and I was like, swamp, this is gonna be perfect for the pathfinding, and so I kind of decided that, hey, that's exactly what I'm gonna be doing. So our little town, Heart Grim, actually has a what is it called? A town hall built. So we start with generating 1,000 gold. We will have a Terek here in our tavern, or a Zyron, the man who can scholar but not his inferno. And yeah, Terek with the haste. I think Terek might be quite useful for us. Ooh, there are no restrictions that I can see, and yeah, Gretchin doesn't have a book, just has her goblins. She starts with all the units of the same kind, and so we can add them in a fantastic little stack. And we have to decide what to do. I think this is our sawmill, and I don't really fancy fighting the halfling grenadiers, so I'm gonna go and pick up the chests. And of course we're gonna take gold. And as I said, I think this is a sawmill up here. I think we'll come back for the grenadier fight when we can have the goblins upgraded into hobgoblins. That's the upgraded name. And ooh, actually we are finding a second chest immediately. And no, this is not our sawmill. Our sawmill is down here. So that's beautiful. Which means I can actually buy out a second hero. I think Terek will be my choice for obvious reasons. And do we want to get something else? Maybe let's just go get everything that we can. Do we want those wolf raiders? Well, sure thing, we'll take them. Just because we can build a bigger army with these fantastic little guys. We want to give all the other units to Gretchin. And yeah, I think this is fine, and I think Terek can also be used a little bit as a scout. Ooh, can get some more gold. Or we can go and grab some ore. I think the ore is fine, we don't block ourselves. And yeah, Gretchin in that case can go and fight the pixies. And not much else. We can flag the sawmill afterwards, I'm pretty sure. Do we wish to fight them? We will indeed fight them. Despite the risk of an upstack, which is indeed the risk that happened. Try to like maybe position them. Like so. Unless I can hit this. Well, in the for the goblins at least. And yeah, that's kind of fine for the sawmill. And yeah, we can't build anything because we don't have any gold. What hero did we get after Terek? We got a Jaeger. And actually, hold up, we can maybe make ourselves a bit faster. Yeah, we can deposit the orcs. That's supreme. And Terek, I think Gretchin has to go here for the School of War, so Terek should feel free to just take the water wheel. Oh, and there are some gargoyles there, so I guess we're gonna have to go back with him. Thinking of taking the gold, because that would be gold we can use in this very same turn. But in the same time, do we really need to use the gold in this turn? We could grab a spellbook perhaps. We could also perhaps upgrade the Goblin Barracks and then go do whatever this objective on this side is. Yeah, there's actually plenty of things we can do with that gold, so we're gonna take the gold, and actually I think going to the far side, I think that is gonna be our, what is it called? Why can I not remember the name of that object? Ore pit. Because it's not an ore mine, it's an ore pit. That's why I can not remember the object name. And I think it's gonna be fine if we take this crystal. We can deposit the troops. And we can upgrade one single. Goblin, they cost a bit too much to upgrade all of them, but anyway, they are fine otherwise. Terek is gonna pick up the mercury and gonna pick up the other resources laying on the ground. Feel like that would be fine. So, now of course we're gonna upgrade all of them. Speed 7 means that they should be able to reach the enemy in 2 turns. Probably gonna be building the marketplace, but let's leave that for the end of the turn and let's split them up into 1 stacks. I'm actually thinking maybe let's not take the Wolf Raider, instead let's have another stack. We do have a positive morale, and so we are gonna be able to morale a bit. And yeah, this is indeed an ore pit, so I'm happy, and we're not going to be fighting them. Happy that I decided to take this way. Ooh, a woodshed. So, now we actually have a choice. Do we try to dig through these chests and gold with Gretchin and go for the woodshed? Or do we ignore it and have, yeah, simply have Mr. Terek take everything afterwards. I think we are indeed going to be ignoring the witch hut so we could progress outside of our zone. That seems like a decent idea, and of course we can't build anything else but the marketplace. And then I have a choice: do I want to take extra wolf raiders? Well, they might be protecting the orcs, so they are 2 hex stacks, so they usually take a lot of heat. And yeah, let's actually deposit these. Mr. Terek. Actually, Mr. Terek can do one very important thing. He can have a slightly faster troop on him, so he can pick up the resources more quickly. Then Blacksmith, Hall of Valhalla. Well, technically a Mage Guild would be really good. We will have to come back, so I think maybe let's just go for the economy. We'll have to come back for the book, we'll have to come back for the Hall of Valhalla. So instead let's go for the economy approach, building into whatever section. Actually, we're gonna have to come back for the School of War as well. I think it's fine. We're giving us like potential objectives and guaranteed objectives Gretchin can come back for. These stone gargoyles are going to be followers, so we're actually going to be taking them. And I think we will need the gold here. So, a Hut of the Magi. I am very intrigued by that. Terek is going to be doing the pretty standard, pretty expected things. Can't really reach that chest, so might as well grab the crystals. And, well, we have a choice. Do we want to build a cliffness? Do we want to build a mage guild and a city hall? I am going to be going with Gretchin before I decide that, and we enter a rickety hut and we also see a gold mine. And the magician tells us of the location of the Goblin Pantry, of the Goblin village. Nice orb of inhibition. Oh boy, there's quite a lot of them. I wonder if these are joiners or if these are fighters. I think it would make more sense for them to be fighting us, so it wouldn't be the first one to reach this area would win. And I actually do like the idea of a gold mine. I think we can definitely fight these, and this is a fight I will take. I think it's worth the experience. And yeah, since they cannot morale, they're quite easy to deal with. And I think we should actually, in the next turn, already be taking the retaliation away. Not for this guy and not for this guy, but boom. I think we can just do this, move away the goblins, and that is that. Yeah, with one casualty we have acquired a gold mine and some experience with that. The question is, do I want to progress in this direction? I think I actually do. I think the Marlia's Tower, ooh, it's quite good, and also these objectives are quite good. We could have basically a budget leadership, and let us actually build a mage guild. I feel like we're gonna have a bunch of gold coming in the next few turns. Only a couple good spells, none of the mobility spells that we would like to see. Just quite sad. Let's take the chest. And yeah, I think we're gonna be going for economy in this turn, and pathfinding. Okay, that's pretty good that I didn't go here with Gretchin, as Gretchin starts with pathfinding, so this wouldn't really help us at all. But it does help Terek, and it helps all the other heroes who will be joining us potentially pretty soon. I do like the idea of a city hall immediately, and yeah, let's take the tower. I think it's also worthwhile picking up the Scholar before we do anything else here. And yeah, ooh. As you ride into a clearing, you notice a universal Scholar. Well, it's Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye has been buffed quite a bit. The map is medium, and I think... yeah, we're Stronghold, so we're not gonna have two good spells. So getting like a haste and a slow from the opponents could be quite good. And actually we have a bunch of gold coming in. Almost thinking, do I want to do this day 7? I think actually picking up the stats here and all the resources and then heading back doing this archer fight and heading back here and picking up the +1 attack, +2 attack, and the spell book for Gretchin would be very, very good. So Mr. Terek, you've picked up everything here and you can kind of go to the water wheel in the next week. We could buy a Zyron. We could also build a cliff nest. We could get some orcs. I think actually a cliff nest is a very decent investment, as the birds are gonna be one of our more powerful stacks. So, your army is ambushed by a small tribe of wild and none too bright orcs. You fend them off easily and the survivors flee in all directions. One of the orcs was wearing a polished horn helm. Figuring it will make a good souvenir, you take it. Thank goodness we had the 100 goblins and didn't actually have to fight this. Well, now, that's of course the joke, because that's like the pre-scripted text. We do have a bunch of knowledge, so I think spell power is what we're gonna be taking, or what we should be taking. And then I am almost thinking of building a capital out. We do have a bunch of chests here, and I think with the extra gold, yeah, that is probably what we should be taking. I mean, maybe one big chest. No, let's actually not do that. And I wonder if I can be leaving these resources behind. And maybe a second hero can pick them up. I don't think they're that important at the moment. Ooh, hello. Oh, that's not here. That is a Gundula, and Gundula has a pretty wild army, all things considered. And yeah, who do we have here? We have an Eanswythe and a Corellian. Ian coming with gold, and Corellian coming with his mouth open. Maybe. I mean, with the learning tree. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave these resources behind. We're gonna go and fight these archers, and then we will try to see if the tree is for free or not. Well, unfortunate, but it looks like they want to fight us. Well, quite fortunate that we did get a morale, and I don't think the second morale is worth it. And, well, should have actually moved forward here. But yeah. Alright, quite an easy fight. Yeah, just barely have our movement, so we can deposit everything besides. Nope. Yes. Everything besides one hobgoblin to make ourselves faster. Are we really building into a citadel at this moment? We could get the birds, we could just have a Gretchin come back. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about that. I think Gretchin coming back here for the book and whatnot would be quite good. And Terek continuing on forward will also be quite good. I guess he could explore, or he could be the one picking up these resources. We're in no rush to get another hero. And yeah, if we're building the capital, let's build a citadel first. I do wonder if somebody has 2 towns. No. And it looks like Red has more heroes. We are of course all competing for the stronghold heroes, so... Wait, actually, what am I doing? This was my previous setup. I think this is a good setup. And yeah, let's see if the tree is for free. No, it costs 2,000 gold. Well, that is a shame. That is indeed a massive shame. Ooh, but Terek is here. Alchemist Lab guarded by nobody. And Terek says earth magic, so I am actually going to oblige him. I do think we should get Mr. Ian alive, because every turn he is alive, he is giving us money. Do think we are still going to be going for the city hall, and actually, as far as speed 6 units go, I do think he is fine with the mechanics. 5 and 4. Yeah, we have orcs, so actually it makes quite a bit of sense to send Ian to the Learning Stone ASAP And Gretchin. Do we want to level up? 2000 is quite an expensive level up and it doesn't really give us anything. Gretchin is still level 1, which is quite funny. I think we'll just be heading back here. Wonder if this shrine is useful or not. And yeah, we do see a bit of purple. Purple is at a bit of a disadvantage because everyone can see his moves. Yeah, Terek is just gonna go here. Ooh, nice portal. I am very curious by that. Ooh. The Saurug actually has some army. And there is another town here. There is another town here, so... Terek is gonna do the big brain move, which is, yeah, going, and I think we definitely should take these. So they cannot be stolen away from us. This leaves a very good objective for Gretchin to go for. This is a second town. It's kind of a shame we don't really return immediately. Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Then it would make more sense to buy out Krelian so he can actually get all these other objectives and he could reinforce us. Gretchin... Yeah, I think it's way too important, like, to contest the objectives here. I think we will take the chest and take the learning stone. In the meantime, here we can build something that is pretty cheap, like let's say 1000 gold. It doesn't really help anyone yet, but I think it sets us up for like the next hero to be already a bit stronger from the get-go. Alright, so Mr. Terek can't really do anything. Well, I guess with the Naga Queens he could do this fight. Actually, yeah, with the Naga Queens I feel like he is gonna be quite a solid fight taker. I don't want Ian to be left blocking. Okay, Gretchin is gonna take the gold firstly, then we're gonna take the 1000 experience. Tactics... Stronghold against Stronghold I think is gonna be quite good, having tactics. Could position our troops... Yeah, let's take it. Will not be scuffed in a melee brawl. Like we can block their shooters as well. And hold up, wait. This portal, yeah, this portal actually leads. Like you can actually pass through it. And also we can have... I can go for this town. Terek is thinking what to do with his move, because the move for the others is a bit more obvious. Ian grabs the extra 1000 experience, and then I guess Ian would be the one going and clearing things. And Terek would be the one actually heading back here. So I do kind of like the idea of that, as Ian is more important to level up because he has the estates. Then we can kind of make Gretchin fast, but also I'm kind of afraid of Red showing up. Don't want my main hero assassinated, so instead I feel like it's fine to just do this and have Terek like set up like so. And then Mr. Terek, there is another learning stone, he could get something good. Yeah, maybe he'll claim this learning stone, go back and then pick up the resources here. Feel like that is quite good. Then let's build something else that is cheap again, just to keep the town developing. And I do wonder if somebody else... Yeah, Purple has 2 towns. So, as I did state before, Gretchin is gonna have to go capture this town. Yeah, don't really need tactics for this fight, as they're just simply gonna be running out. Oh, actually, wait. Oof, I messed up. He's fast, but then again, no casualties. As I said, we do have budget leadership, so getting the real thing is not that important. We could get a spellbook here, actually. And yeah, we have haste, we have actually pretty good spells here. Ian can grab his 3rd learning stone. Then he cannot block the path here. Terek I guess the most important thing is sorceresses. Kind of a rad army that we're building, but I do think they're gonna be very, very good. And yeah, Gretchin has the book and can actually grab this earth magic. Exactly what we needed or what we would have liked to have. There are some objectives here. Perhaps we can already split the army into 2 or into 3. Some of even halves. We could reinforce by buying a Krellian here, but once again I think it's just better. We're very close to capital to keep developing that town. We do need to get this town, and that's kind of what I'm thinking to do with Anagus and Eanswythe. I think the ogre fight, since they're not on the native terrain, is going to be doable with just them and some magic arrows or some basic spells. Actually, I think Gretchin wants to continue on down here. In that case, we can make Gretchin faster. What is the maximum speed creature that we have? It's a goblin, I think, 8 speed. So, oops. That is gonna be... No, I messed it up. That is gonna be fine. And I guess this man is just gonna be muling the army around for a little bit more. For a little bit longer. So, let us indeed go through the two-way portal again. And let us take this obsidian gargoyle fight. It is of course super duper easy. And yeah, the AI, you can just do it by running in because the Nagas are so tanky. That's how the AI does it. Ian says I want to be an earth magician as well. I have to think a bit about if we want to do that. Well, actually, earth magic... Well, since we're all strongholds here, I don't think we're gonna get a town portal. So, we're gonna refuse that. We will take the mine, and I wonder if these harpy hands are going to be... I wonder if it's better... I think it's better to keep them as 2. And yeah. We do need to go in, and we do need to probably shield up immediately as well. Don't want to get hit by too many of them in the same turn. Speed 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that's not good. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna go here, even though we get hit quite a bit. Oh, they would have flown closer, of course. That is pretty sad. I do think curing for a few points. Gonna be good. Oof, and do we shield, do we cure? I'm gonna hope curing is good enough to save one. So far we have managed to save one. So do this. And yeah, I think we actually saved with the use of magic, so quite an interesting little fight that we did have here. Take the alchemist slab, and that is gonna be that. 2 Nagas are able to do quite a bit of work. So here, actually I think doing this fight with just the goblins is gonna be better than doing it when taking the army. They are indeed going to fight us though, and actually they have like a little bit of a barricade in front of them. So we can haste, but we will still need like a... what is it called? A morale to reach them, even with a haste. Let's not try to do it with a big stack, and it looks like it's a bit unfortunate. I guess we will stone skin or a bigger stack. Yeah, that's indeed what is gonna go down. I think we're gonna take the retaliation, even though I'm pretty sure we can one-shot them. Oh no, we were not able to one-shot them. So I'm glad I did that. Alrighty, that was a pretty solid fight. Do we take this with the Gretchin? I think we do. And then Mr. Terek. I wonder if Terek is... This would be good for Gretchin, and also going back would be good for Gretchin. I feel like this is kind of a red zone, right? I feel like this is a split between zones in my mind. And yeah, I think in that case... we are indeed going to do this. Like, Gretchin will make a... Gretchin will go back for the artifacts. Well, for the artifact, for the +2 attack, essentially. Well, I guess maybe I'll take defense instead here, but... And here we need a tavern. Ooh, I didn't quite realize that. It's day 6, maybe let's build a mess hall, just to generate more goblins. And ooh, Eanswythe is being attacked by a surprise Wrathmont. That is quite a thing. I think we'll try to run away with him. This was quite a bait. I do want to do some damage to them, but the bird is probably going to be preventing that. Can we survive? Or can we surrender? No, we cannot surrender with the troops. I think it's going to be fine to tank one hit here. It's actually more than fine. Perhaps we can even do this and still survive. Okay, ooh, very good. Okay, now I think it's time to save Mr. Ian. So 2 Nagas for 3 birdies and 9 Wolf Raiders. Let's see if Mr. Ian actually overrode. Yeah, he did unfortunately override Mr. Krellian, which is a bit of a shame. So, what should Gretchin do against the dwarfs? I think against the dwarfs we do want a bit of a more complicated army composition. Instead of what? Instead of the gargoyles, we can take the other troops. I am quite curious about that little quest as well. So, what is here in the Seer's hut? Ooh, 15 mercury and 10 gems. Please help me. I was robbed on my way to my wedding, and without a dowry, my future husband will not be able to accept me. If you could bring me 15 mercury and 10 gems, I will reward you. And thank you so much, a kind traveler. If you will give me 15 mercury and 10 gems, I will give you a reward. Will you trade? That's quite a reward, I must say. I'm happy Gretchin is here, and I am going to take this and generally the seer. Wait, did we not get it because we don't have wisdom? I thought that's... What? That's... No! Give me my Armageddon. What kind of a scam is that? I thought the quest ones are, like, given to you, even if you don't have wisdom. Maybe you just need the book, though. I was pretty sure you needed the book. But I didn't know you need the wisdom. Well, in that case we were robbed. Well, we also robbed the... Oh boy, there's other powerful spells in that case available to the others. I mean... Oh, gosh. Okay, well... It's kinda... really sucky, and we can't really build a tavern either. I think we will opt for a cliff nest here, and we of course have to buy and back Ian. And does Ian want to restore his mana before he does something? A sure thing, I feel like that's also fine, so... I can't believe we got scammed like this. Another day, another scam. Okay, Mr. Dwarfs, you can... At least we bullied the dwarfs, so that's really good. Navigation, I don't think there's gonna be water play on this map. This map looks like the water is just here as a decoration, since I haven't seen any objects in the water that would suggest otherwise. And yeah, that is kind of that. We can't really build anything, right? Yeah, nothing costs, it costs just gold, which is quite sad. Oh, and Red is actually breaking through these Crusaders. They also have some nasty units. That's... yeah, yikes, actually, pretty sad. So, I think in this town it would make sense to build a tavern. Would it make sense for Gretchin to go back here? I feel like we should also go for that town, but it's so sad not getting the things. We could make a very, very big bird stack very, very easily. Okay, so for the second town, 100% we have to build a tavern, so we could evacuate the army here. We have a Jenova and we have a Terek here. Terek would be better for the purpose of rallying the army together. We kind of just care about the birds, right? I guess we can take whatever we can get here. Ian is not rallying anything, so I guess we'll just go for that. Kind of sad that we're being attacked in such a manner. So rude. Terek. I wanted to check what's in that refugee camp, and Terek actually... I feel like it's better to keep our heroes alive, though. So, what we are gonna be doing... We'll let them take the town. And what do I want here? I guess the armadillos are not that good. There's a fighting unit. And yeah, Mr. Terek. You're just gonna be going here. I guess maybe we can sit him on the trading post. And yeah, Terek is also gonna go here, and Gretchin. I guess we don't want them to use the portal too much. Maybe we'll dissuade them with our presence. I do think we should be able to win a fight against whatever this army is. And yeah, it's kind of good I took the spell away, even if I ended up not getting it myself. That is at least the copium I'm gonna be telling myself. And yeah, Mr. Ian, you actually have a purpose to go here. Mr. Terek. On a trading post. And it's kind of sad we can't really catch them. You know what? Maybe we can catch them. If... I'm kind of in a conundrum. Like, Gird can play like a... what is it called? A looping around and not trying to engage me. She can steal the town. If she goes to my main town, I'm kind of forced to go there, but now I'm not forced to go there. I think I should go and fight these things and get this other town. And then maybe Terek. He didn't grab any of these learning stones. He can grab one of them. He can check out the refugee camps maybe. I feel like that would be a pretty decent way to, you know, spend his movements and whatnot. Our little whack army actually still has positive morale, pretty good. Do we risk it? I think we risk just waiting for a little bit. And yeah, he did not morale, that's very, very good. Is the bird fine? Yeah, the bird is completely fine to take another retaliation, and we just don't lose anything. Grab that. I think the gold also would be quite useful. I don't want the AI to just steal it. There is a magic wall here, so I will take that. And then I think we should just take the town and sit inside of it. I don't think we should be taking any casualties. Okay, and do we get the wisdom or do we advance our earth magic? I would rather Gretchin be dummy for now And I would really like to build a mage guild here, so Goblins still faster than the bird, quite an interesting thing. And yeah, Mercury is not really needed. And yeah, getting a mage guild here lets me, number one, get new spells, number two, replenish my mana, and I think actually going for the expert earth magic faster is the play. I am gonna be building the gold generating building here, and this town can just kind of chill. So I'm kind of worried. Maybe purple. No, purple. It looks like maybe we're in the corners, and this corner is free. There is no indication that anybody is rummaging around in that marsh above me. So yeah, I think the Tereks are just free to chill at the moment. And red is indeed going between the towns and purple here, doing some shenanigans. So what do I want for this turn? I do want to get my 500 extra gold per turn for me and Eanswythe. I feel like that is very worthwhile, the investment. Then we kind of have to go back for Gird. And you know what actually is very important? Check this refugee camp. 2 Wyvern Monarchs. Okay, that is actually something I would like to have. I think I can fight this Gundula with my Gretchin. And the result would be me winning. As... yeah. I could buy some extra birds. I could get a Hall of Valhalla for an extra attack stat. I do have the mana. Not that powerful of casting, but I do have the mana. I can also, yeah, get more birds. Is there count? Yeah, we should win this on stats at least, I think. Get the 3 birdies, and then maybe I can even trade for like 300 extra gold. Yeah, getting the resources that I have plentiful. We'll take these Wolf Raiders, so we have another bigger stack. And yeah, Terek, you can swap around the units a bit for Gretchin. So what do we actually want? What do we actually need? I kind of like the sorceresses because they are the ranged pressure. Maybe we just leave the army as is at the moment, as we do have 2 factory troops. Everything else would kind of bring the morale down. So Gundula. The enemy flees. Thinking a bit about the way I want to position them. Actually, already the bird is like in the way. 1, 2. Something like this seems fine. Except for the fact that I kind of wanted the sorcerers to be behind. They're kind of the one stack I'm trying to defend. So, Eagle Eye. They don't have any spells that I don't have. They don't... oh, they have Magic Arrow though. I wonder if a haste could be really, really good here. Let's shoot their orcs so they're not that good. This is a straight shot, so we'll take it. Could anybody else reach these goblins? Yeah, we have one unit which can reach the goblins, so I think I should take the retaliation here. And we can still reach the goblins. Bird is not gonna do too much. This kind of sucks, but I think I have to do this. Get rid of their Wolf Raiders. And actually, yeah. Then, what could I do? I could haste my bird, I could slow their bird. Magic Arrow their bird a little bit. This means just 2 of my creatures get to hit their bird. If I slow him instead, multiple creatures will be able to hit him. So, this. Oh, actually, we could finish the... we could even shoot the orc. Okay. I wonder if they will be trying to run away. No, looks like they're not running away. In that case... what would be better? I think the bird would be stronger, hasted up. So instead I'm gonna do some vandalism with the other troops. Oof, and sadly, Gundula will be running away with one single surviving orc. The enemy has fled. I have plenty of mana, so I'll take pathfinding instead, and I'm quite happy to do that. And Gretchin, I'm worried that you will be ambushed by somebody out in the open. We did lose troops from one faction, that being the factory, and I actually wonder if the gargoyles... you know what, we'll kind of keep these on Terek for the time being. I feel like having multiple stacks of the sea witches could be quite beneficial to me. And yeah, Mr. Terek, you also have a purpose. Maybe you can just grab the rally flag on the alchemist slab, then head back. So I wonder if Gird is fast enough to reach either of my towns. This one actually has a road to it, but it's a bit further away. Don't want any accidents happening. Wonder if there's something we can build. If it's worthwhile exchanging the resources. I am gonna say no to that one, but I am gonna say yes to grabbing a bit of gold and then in my main town buying some goblins, so at least if they can reach, they will be shot by the towers a little bit. Who do we have in the tavern once again? Oh, Jenova. Yeah, I should be focusing on buying her out as soon as possible. Red decides to go back, and I think actually Purple... Purple is not looking too hot, so maybe we can assassinate Purple. Since we did defeat them in quite a big battle. And also I didn't manage to check this refugee camp yet. Terek could do that. Terek could take the Wandering Stone. I wonder if he would be in danger. Like, could they reach us? I think they probably would be able to reach us. I think they can probably even reach that town. You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna be building a tavern here. Well, unfortunately I can't. I do like the tavern. Well, okay, maybe instead. Let's do it like this. I think Jenova could potentially be safe. A Juggernaut. Oh, I'm very happy that I managed to check this. And, oh boy, she's getting attacked, isn't she? That would be quite sad if we would be losing that one Juggernaut like that. We could also try to buy another hero. Anyway, Ian, you have... oh, Summit Boat. That is potentially decent. Gretchin couldn't head back and prevent that one Juggernaut from being assassinated. We could also sell some things, but I feel like maybe in secondary army would be strong enough to fight a Gird. She doesn't really have too much. Ooh, and Gelare, hello, another money man. And yeah, Jenova, sorry, but you're just gonna be left with one centaur. Terek, I think Terek is gonna be the man who will be as the defender. Maybe Gelare, but we'll see in Gretchin. Gretchin has the hard choice. Do we leave everyone else behind? And do we go forward and try to attack like Purple? Because Purple looks like they don't really have anything anymore. We could also potentially check this Imp Cache. Damn it, has been deserted for some time. Check this Scouting Luck Water Magic. We can't get the water magic because we are a filthy barbarian, so we cannot learn it via the university. Barbarians do not understand water, they only understand the sands of the desert and the lair. Luck would be an interesting thing for the fighting, and scouting would also be interesting, because the map is smaller and Gretchin is going forward. I don't have the money for these skills, but I think... Ooh, I'm very happy I actually went here. Anyway, we are gonna be ending our turn like this. Yeah, of course they can reach Jenova, so they did that. I am gonna be running away with her, not giving it to them. Ian, I would like to stick Ian in the city, so let's not waste 1,000 gold on him. And then we have this little problem. 2 stacks of orcs. I mean, a citadel here makes the most sense in my mind. Can also buy out the troops anyway. Let's check with Gretchin. Oh, this little city is fine. It's already somewhat built up. And we don't really need to restore the mana. We can't really build anything. I guess we could upgrade something here. I suppose getting like an extra attack would be good. Getting the bird upgrade would be really good for like attacking the city, as it would let them go in a single turn. I'll just cheap out and take one attack skill. The water wheel, nothing here. If we can find their town before day 7, I feel like that would be like extremely good. This town just has 14 goblins, yeah, not too exciting. Oh, but what is exciting is this chest here. And this gold pile, well, not really a gold pile. I think Terek, actually maybe if he had, oh, he doesn't have any spells. If he had a magic arrow, maybe he could do these storm birds. And yeah, in the meantime, Gelare. We did build a citadel here. I am gonna be cheaping out, I guess. Do we have a tavern here? We do have a tavern here. Do we just buy a Jenova here? Just so we have somebody else who can help the main hero? This would also give us some money. I feel like Gelare is completely fine. Going into town, buying out the army that we have left over, then using these dwarfs. They are very tanky though. Maybe we should use something that is less tanky for the defense. So like, let's say one pixie and a bunch of goblins. Just because we want the dwarf stack. The dwarf stack is gonna make us super duper slow though. And well, I was gonna be like, is it wise to have these units because they will lower the morale, but now we do have a juggernaut. Perhaps actually even. Wait, fastest troop is probably the centaurs. Kind of trying to keep the army away. Okay, and then I think we definitely need to buy out the Jenova here. No book, no nothing. Or does our main town need something? That can our main town get something, and can this town get something? I would like to go for economy, so I'll just build a tavern so we have that option available. And yeah, I don't want the Gretchin to be ambushed actually. So it would be decent if we can lure their hero closer. If somebody attacks Jenova and then is out left in the open, if their town is like right here, maybe that's pretty good. Of course they go for the town, as it only has a citadel. And then I wonder if these goblins should be like defending. Well, probably can't withstand the shot from the orcs, neither the ballista. Okay, that was pretty much given. And yeah, Rissa is actually going out here, but I do wonder if she would have done that anyway. We can go around and kind of force them to attack into us with Gretchin. We do have the speed priority. A bit risky, but maybe we can just capture the town. It's a bit too far away, damn it. Well, now. There's also another hero there. You know what? I'm just gonna sit here so they can't really reinforce their armies. Terek is gonna take the stables, and yeah, here we lost that town. What we could do, can you make it? No, you cannot make it. Okay, kind of a shame. Well, Mr. Gelare is gonna take that town back from them. Then we will sell a few resources. We will be maximally annoying to them because we will build a castle here. Bertram here. Well, a bunch of 350 gold heroes have decided to join our cause for some reason. I don't think that we'll be going and assassinating Ian, but you can never be sure. It's kind of like putting me in a safe distance. I feel like this is a safe distance. I would like the army to be in the town, to be honest. In that case, yeah, let's get like Bertram, change some spells. They do have a magic arrow now, which is really, really good. Then Tyrex. I guess, yeah, this one halfling is just what you're gonna get. I guess you can go and explore this little area where Red lives, since we can't really save you, we can't really find another purpose for you. Gelare is indeed gonna be the most competent defender because of his spellcasting abilities, and basically... What should the army composition be like? Maybe we don't take... No, we should take these units. I think it's gonna be fine like this, right? Armadillos will be a decent blocker. This guy will be a decent blocker. Actually, we do need to brawl down the bird. That's basically the thing that the Juggernaut will do. And yeah, Bertram will just be keeping the other units to himself. Terek, in the meantime, doesn't have any stats. I guess he's just continuing in this direction, and we'll try to scout out as much as we can with him. Hopefully without running into any menaces to society. Well, I do like the fact that I see this. There's maybe a bit of resources, maybe an arena, to get his stats up, get his defense up, so then he can cast some, like, you know, the troops could survive when the Stormbird hits. I feel like this is a very decent turn for what it is. They go and assassinate Tyrex here. I don't think we're gonna be saving Tyrex, but rather he's in a tavern. Lucky hit with 3 damage. Nope. Didn't get that. And ooh, I feel like Purple has made a mistake by not attacking me. Absolutely, they've made a mistake by not attacking me. So now let us do a masterclass in taking a town. They have 3 towers, so I'm hoping they will shoot this guy, and then the other orc, and then the sorceress. Put the flying troops there. Maybe they shoot the hobgoblins. Actually, you think they will shoot the one hobgoblin? Or would they shoot the orc rather? I really hope they shoot the one hobgoblin. It is a victory. So these two are a bit closer. Ooh, they shot the one hobgoblin. Okay, fantastic call by me. Then I don't want to wait on them. Getting closer. Okay. Since the bird can assassinate me, actually even the Wolf Raider can do that. The bird can't really do anything in the first turn. and then they annihilated my hobgoblins, which is fine. I feel like the bird is strong enough for that. And then we don't really need to waste any more mana. So now we can go into the city. This city is magnificent. I would like to build a cliff nest upgrade so we could get some faster troops. Potentially what I can do... Whoop. Accidentally almost changed the language in my computer's keyboard. So many hotkeys that do the same thing. Alright. Mr. Ian, on day 7, I feel like it's completely fine for you to go here. You could maybe steal back the thing. Mr. Bertram and Mr. Gelare, both of you have some promise. I think we're gonna just build a hollow Valhalla here. I think we're gonna be teasing them. And let's do something like this. Should these units would have the guaranteed slots, that would be fine. Mr. Bertram. Kinda worried that maybe you will get assassinated, but I'm hoping that that would not happen. And yeah, Mr. Terek. Oh, hello. And Crag. Crag is an empty town, but we would basically be giving it to them, right? Unless I can build like a citadel there. And then Terek could maybe do like a... he doesn't have any spells though. I think the safer play is just to head back for now with Terek. Get the stables and then buy out whatever armies here. And yeah, this town is left completely vulnerable as a result. Okay, so main town does nothing. The secondary town... Which town is that? This town is probably gonna be attacked. I can't really put any troops here. Don't really have any spellcasters either. This third town... You know what, actually what we can do? I'm gonna go to Jenova and give her a spellbook as well. I'm hoping she can just pick up the... what is it? The mines. That should be the only thing they have in the region. Ooh. Powerless. I mean, they are shooters, so I'm gonna take them. Not the most useful thing. Alright. This is the best we could have done, in my mind. They are actually attacking Gelare here. We should wait for the tent to heal first, right? We should also shoot this guy. The Magic Alley and the birds are gonna be the two more problematic stacks. And somehow the towers recognize that as well. It's pretty good. We can go for some guaranteed damage on something else the towers will like to shoot anyway. Can we do it without the big risk? I'm hoping, yeah. Light laser through the wall. Actually, the towers are surprisingly shooting the correct thing. I was kind of expecting them to, you know, do what they always do, which is targeting the incorrect thing. Sadly, yeah, we can't really do this with the style points. So then I think the towers will shoot the wolf raiders, so we'll instead take them out with the arrow. And this guy is very tanky. I wonder if it's a wise idea to have him outdoors and just brawling. With the towers are actually smart enough on this one. This will be really good. And then, can we? No. So Gird is actually going to run away. Quite a smooth defense. Okay, we killed the lizard. So Terek can grab the stables, as I said before. Grab the bits of small boosts. And then go to that town. Then, another interesting turn. Demons, I kinda don't like those troops. Truth be told. Well, Jenova has some fun picking up the mines and whatnot. We do have another 350 gold man, which is quite surprising. For some reason they really like to spawn here. Iron golems, is that something that's something that would be annoying to fight against, so I will actually take them in my army. And I feel like maybe Gelare 700 would remain. Oh no, he would be a bit too slow. I feel like Bertram will try to escape. Gelare, he has one slot open for like the birds. Actually, yeah, let's do that instead. I feel like this will just be fine. Like the same setup as before. In that case, Bertram is going. I don't know, maybe portals or not. It doesn't really matter as long as he chills here. Maybe he can be on the trading post. Ian is very happy to just take 1,000 gold. The hourglass of the evil hour, and then maybe sitting in the town or maybe stealing back the thing. So Gretchin, I was thinking about the bird upgraded now that we've actually done all the other moves. I am very confident in that choice. Let's take the orcs because we already have them in the big stack. Let's take the cyclops. Anything else that we can take, should take, would take. Maybe we'll upgrade the town hall here, just because it's super duper cheap. And then all these smaller towns. You think Rissa will inevitably still attack us? I sure hope so. I sure hope Purple, maybe that's their last hero. Purple maybe can eliminate themselves. Then I can go back here with the Gretchin and the contest. Yeah, and then we can go and attack Red in both of these towns perhaps with two different heroes. Ooh, they do actually attack me. Amazing. So most of the troops are gonna be on the bottom here, I feel like. And actually Wyverns are slower, and they don't have a 1-hex creature. Ooh, we can actually block them off. It's pretty interesting, so that is fine. We have to wait with the big bird. We have to wait with this guy. The Cyclops, unless they want to cast a haste, maybe. You know what? Maybe let's just even hit them. Just in case they get poisoned. They didn't get poisoned. They didn't get the shoot. Amazing. And then actually maybe let's wait with the Cyclops for them to go closer. Kind of like this. Targeting my sea witches, don't really like that. Don't really appreciate that, so let's shoot, and let's shoot him. Let's take out this guy. And then, what is the biggest? I guess maybe this guy's the biggest tank. Let's try to poison him. He didn't get poisoned. And then we have some bird on bird action. Can't really haste up. Let's hit him. Now we can't really take out both of their units, right? Because we don't have the firepower for that. will be down. Alright. So quite an adequate defense. I can buy luck in the university if I really want to. Ooh, but that is not Purple's last town, or last hero rather. Oh yeah, they have a Wrathmont. I think Wrathmont is up here somewhere, chilling. Maybe not really chilling, but just that he is up there. So, Gretchin, what can you do that is good? I was gonna say upgrade the orcs, but their quantity is quite small. I guess we can buy out the behemoths, and I don't really want the regular goblins that much. Like 2 stacks of shooters. Shit, 4 stacks of shooters in this case. Right, well, are we? Yeah, we're very close to level up, so let's indeed take that experience. And then we can head over here for the extra stat point, reconnect our towns, and be very, very happy about the result. I feel like Ian is completely fine. Trying to steal that Mercury pit back. Bertram says Earth Magic, I'm gonna accept that. And, well, yeah, I guess Terek is the next guy who is like 6 more iron golems. Hello there. And you know what, Mr. Bertram, I feel like you have a purpose. Now you can give those golems away to Terek. My main town is gonna keep not being developed, as there's no reason to really develop it at the moment. Maybe we could buy like a hero there. This second town, we're gonna need troops here. Might as well buy the man who gives some money to us. Might as well build like an orc tower. That's more troops. This third town, I guess maybe we'll build a mage guild later there. Similar thing here. We kind of want to develop the town, but for all the wrong reasons. Ooh. Wanted just Gelare to be more powerful, and then this town we don't really want to develop because it's like in a safe place. Ooh, they're actually attacking Gelare, and I feel like they can win. Zubin is up to something. Interesting. They are trying to break the wall with the Cyclops there. Well, oof. Guess let's try to protect my Mr. Roboto and my bird as well. And try to do it like that. Should be using the magic a little bit. Probably on the bird. I think he's gonna be the bigger problem. And this time the towers are actually shooting something nonsensical, which is a bit of a shame. Then... what do we actually want? We probably want to hit the bird. Boom, boom. I want to move our slower troops up. And they are actually going in, but... or Wolf Raider, I feel like he can be blocking for one turn. I kind of want to use the lesser units for the retaliation taking, so we can conserve our health on the 2 high hit point units. Oof. The wall has been broken, which is a big shame. I think the towers will still shoot the orcs, and they will need 2 hits to do that. I think what we'll do is we'll take the hit here. Laser the burn. Damn it. She got to hit my Roboto. Can you reach everything? You can reach everything. 42 damage plus 40 is 80. 52. We will need a bit of a high roll. could also try... No, actually I think that the behemoths did a bunch of units, right? A bunch of damage. 100... Yeah, we can't really heal it. So I think we have to risk it. Try to maybe get one down. Nope, didn't work. Well, actually, Zubin was masterful in the fact that he did take my town, and now he's going for a second one. That is a bit of a shame. Well, Ian is a bit too far away to take it back. He could do it though in the next turn, kind of risking him. They maybe have a town nearby. Oh, we can actually take it with the Bertram. We have some options. I think it's gonna be fine just taking these Wolf Raiders and giving them to Gretchin, so or stack, or bigger. Stack would be even bigger. Guess since we're going here anyway, might as well tag the windmill on the side. I'm very curious, like I have to explore a tiny bit over there. Then we can take a town, or we could even defend the town with Mr. Terek, or we could try to defend the town. Alright, and 100, okay, so everything kind of maths out pretty well for this case, for this to be the case. So, Bertram was very happy, he just takes the town. And yeah, then we also have Ian. There, we don't really need to build anything. I guess we could take the orcs afterward and like save them, so we would have more defending units. I guess it just makes sense to go back here, right? Terek can probably grab the extra bits of mana and put him in the town as the town's defender. Probably need to build a citadel. Let's get the birds, let's get the orcs, these and these. Red and red. I'm gonna be hiding Clavius a little bit. No hiding, they can see him, but hiding him outside of the town for hopefully decent results. So everything that is speed 6, something like this should be fine. So main town is always sleeping, this town trying to be defended, this town with a major guild, their ex-main town in this town. This town is closer to a city hall, so I guess maybe we'll build a blacksmith here. Even though it's pretty unlikely that it will be left alone. Ooh, they can actually reach here with Saurug, which is a bit of a shame. I was not expecting that. Yeah, they healed him back to full, but he's a bit sad. And I think let's have Clavius run away. 350 money is still pretty good. And ooh, Bertram is being attacked by Gird herself from an unknown location. Well, we've got bolted there. And yeah, that's the best defense we could have taken. And then Zubin. Oof, they're taking all my towns. I went for purple when he was weak, but as a result, I think I became weak. So let's have the stronger troops blocking for the weak troops. Only having one tower here is pretty sad. That's kind of interesting, they're protecting their shooter. Quite a move, I must say, even for AI standards. Anyway, we can kind of successfully block the gate a little bit by letting them block it themselves. Sadly, my man was a bit too weak. Okay. Just want the... Oof. And there goes my last tower. Pretty sad stuff. I guess time to brawl them. Alright, we lost a couple towns in that turn, but do not be afraid, as thing number... oh, yeah, that's what it is. So, thing number one is I think we can eliminate purple completely out of the game. What is up here? Ooh, a camp. I'm kind of happy I went there. And yeah, Jenova can be muling, Gretchin can finally be going outdoors. They're not gonna let Ian take this for free, which is quite sad for me. I guess Ian can just chill here. Ring of Suppression, and purple has been vanquished. Alright, thank you for the amazing Ring of Suppression. That is indeed quite something. And at this town, what would I like in it? Probably, well, I'm kind of thinking I'm not gonna need to defend this one, because I can get Gretchin here at the same time. They can try to attack it. My main town... could buy another hero, or we could not buy another hero. You know what, I feel like Clavius can just sit here AFK in that town, generating money. And instead for my main town, maybe for this town as well, I'm not sure where I want to buy away, but I'm sure that I do want to buy him. Indeed, I think Red has more towns than I do. Yeah, Red has more towns than I do. I was like vulturing off of Purple's demise and Red. As a result, decided to vulture off of me not being in the center of the map. Anyway, finally, I wonder what the spell that is that they got there, or what kind of a quest reward it is. So Gretchin, how much does this cost? 10 gems, sure thing, and expert earth magic, that's quite fine. How far can Gretchin go? Gretchin can go to here, I feel like that's fine. What can Jenova do for Gretchin is something amazing. We can leave Gretchin on just the birds. And yeah, Jenova's only archery. I guess we will be buying the war machines for Gretchin, going for the 1 knowledge, and then returning the army. As for Mr. Ian, you cannot steal the town for free, can you? Yeah, you cannot, but we'll kind of leave you there. And then this town, as I said, quite a distance away still. Blacksmith to build it into a town hall, and my main town is also safe. For the time being, at least. The 4 main heroes are all in the same place, so actually defeating them one by one would be quite the thing. Okay, Ian has sown a opportunity. Sown, see? Do I want these liches? I can kind of deposit them in the town if I don't want them. I guess I'll still keep them for the time being. And yeah, Gretchin can even visit the water wheel on the way here. So, to get the birdies and the city hall, and I guess in the next turn we can upgrade the cliff nest. Yeah, and then we can get all the units, all the fantastic units. Ian is stealing this town away, and I think Away's destiny is to be bought out here in that case. As he you know what, let's take the orcs as a 1 stacks because they are the slowest ones of all the units. Boom, boom. So we're not gonna be happy about that, and that's completely fine with me. I do not want my opponents to be happy. And that's why I do my shenanigans. I keep looking at this town as if something new will spawn, like maybe a new building will appear, a second level 7 unit, but no. That is not indeed gonna be happening. I mean, in my main town, maybe I can, like, upgrade the orcs or something. I'm kind of worried the Plague Week will happen and I will lose all the birds. It's a very big stack of them. I should definitely buy them out on day 7. And yeah, Red, as predicted, is not too happy. But you know who is happy? I am happy. Because Gretchin can buy out these birds, buy out these orcs, buy out these wolf raiders, and I suppose, yeah, the undeads don't really do too much, and actually I just like the 2 1 stacks, honestly. Feel like they're better in the army. So we had a potential ability to get luck here and scouting here. I feel like both of these, well, at least luck is gonna be useful for the troops. So I'm gonna grab it. Then we can grab the extra movement points. And surprise, surprise, I am here with my main hero, ready to reconquer everything that once was mine. Make it mine again. I'm gonna explore a bit here, not too far. Yeah, kind of afraid the town is just right there. And as I said, we should be buying out all these birds so they don't disappear due to Plague Week or anything silly like that. Ian here, I don't really fancy his chances to survive the end of the turn. And as for my main town, I don't really build anything. Let's build the upgraded orc tower. There's quite a large quantity of them, so, and they do get extra hit points. If I ever return there, I will want the upgraded orcs for sure. Those fools are running in all directions. Crewmate population doubles. Let's take the extra... Well, that's not what I wanted, but sure thing. Guess we can deposit Jenova in the town. Oh no, we cannot deposit her in the town. There is something blocking the way. Well, in that case... Mr. Clavius will be able to rally the army. From this town we can rally the army afterwards. Any crewmates in my original biome? No, that is pretty good. Okay, then Gretchin, you can check the refugee camp. One haspit, I will actually take that. That doesn't ruin my morale or anything bad like that. I was hoping we can fight them a little bit so they wouldn't be able to buy out all the troops. But that is gonna be the case, unfortunately. They will get to buy out all their troops. In this town at the very least. Still though, I feel like it's worthwhile. Refugee camping here. Centaurs. So, Dessa... Oh, Bertram is here again. Let us buy out Bertram and actually let us send back Ian. Yeah, but specifically with this army, let us send back Ian to my starting biome, where maybe he can also rally the birds. Then Bertram here is actually decently happy to see Way. That Way was fast enough to rally the army. And yeah, I guess give him the more useless troops, which are just gonna be the regular goblins. And I think the city has a decent chance of standing, like of surviving the end of the turn essentially. Especially if I buy out some of the troops. It's actually built into behemoths there, which is pretty wild to me. And who else do we have? Manfred and Dessa. Dessa we will not buy out just yet. Oh, actually they could have assassinated Ian. A boat? What is this? Hello? Zubin? What are you doing? That's not how you're supposed to play the game. My man Zubin is kind of defying me by summoning a boat. That's not really a real army we could use. And how far can you reach? So maybe let's do it like this. Then he could definitely reach. Then Jenova wouldn't have to go even a pixel back. Okay, so most important turn probably Gretchin fighting. Then maybe going for the stables and maybe cleaning up all these other heroes. The problem is they have so many heroes at the moment. And who is this? This is Saurug. Yeah, Saurug maybe. Definitely could have done Ian quite dirty. Like maybe Bertram could head out. Oof. Maybe that's up the way. Alright. First things first. Right? You guys want to shoot the orcs maybe? They do shoot the orcs, alright. That's fantastic then. Bolted them. Wait, they're coming outdoors. Okay, that's fantastic. We'll just get rid of that. Try to open the door. Well, we failed. I think we can hide all this guy enough. Okay, good. But now they cannot come outdoors as the door is blocked off. That's a bit sad. Alright, an easy town clear. Nothing of interest here. Ooh, behemoth crag upgrade. Oh no, that would be too evil. Anyway, maybe we can grab a Dessa here. And that way we're also rallying a tiny bit of units. Here, he would be the defender of the town, and I wouldn't have to worry about any other shenanigans. Oh, maybe... I guess we can't reach the stables in this turn anyway, so we might as well do that. We can't even reach Zubin. Oh, so 3 did these reach? They do reach. So I think this is just what happened. Let's actually put the 1 stacks here. I am kind of afraid that the hero would pop out of here. For those who have attained attack skill 10 and defense skill 10, there are great rewards. When you are finished, return to me and I will see what can be done. Alright. Well, Gretchin is kinda close, but not quite there yet. It's logistics, okay, nobody's popping their head out of there. And then, yeah, do we want a way to kinda clean them up? I don't want to lose my gold mine, so probably. My answer is probably gonna be yes for that. Anything interesting we can build here? I guess let's upgrade the birds so they're more proficient at actually fighting. So, have the perfect 1 stack for you, my good sir. Okay, Mr. Wei, show us what you got. Put these together and then actually put something like this should be fine. Actually, something like this should be fine, just in case we actually have to big braining. I would like to have the units decent composition. Actually, I shouldn't cast anything. Maybe the spell will be the spell of the game. Saurug hasn't cast anything yet. That leaves me a little bit worried. They will cast... They didn't, so... Well, -1 there. I was thinking maybe the Saurug would cast something like a nasty, like a blind, but they didn't. Like, you imagine blinding my birds, I don't get to move on them. They didn't fire attack, they just walked there. So this guy's annoying, I mean, sure thing, let's attack him. Now they went for the 2-for-1. And Saurug has escaped. Well, that is quite fair. Yes, you can indeed do that, Saurug. Alrighty, and then that is gonna be that, right? There is no town, which is next to a town hall being built. Well, there is one. Which city is that one? Oh, this one. Sure thing, we'll just sell a bit of resources and we will be quite fine with the results. And ooh, did these join him? Hard to tell. If he had 100 now, he has 200. That is all that I can tell about that. All that I can say about that. Oh gosh, actually he's flagging all of these. He's very close to like a win condition, isn't he? Do I have a summoned boat? I don't. Is there a summoned boat? There is a summoned boat here, but I would need water magics unless I can steal his ship. And actually we do have 1 man able to summon boats. And I think that 1 man should actually be going next to the water and trying to do this. I wonder if that water is connected. Oh gosh. Actually have a new destiny for Ian. Okay, where is the way? So what we would be doing in that case is Making him super duper fast on all birds. Wei doesn't really have good mana. But Wei could try to rally up all the other units. Okay, still let's try to do that. Then I feel like the ogre upgrade. Actually not gonna be able like upgrading them, but I don't have the money to buy them out. So it's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Yeah, no need to like buy out 3 of them. Camp Jenova here. She will be trying to rally up the army to the middle. We definitely need a second hero in the middle who is able to do things. Then what Gretchin needs to do is go and take the stables, and then I have to take 2 towns actually with Gretchin, I feel like. Let's try to followers. I technically have to, you know, 58 would have been quite a lot, but no. There is something behind the red tent. Maybe I can hit up this town and then Ian can summon a boat and then someone else can go for that bottom town. Did they do this? Yes, they did it. Actually, Dessa is pretty good for scouting this out. And with Gretchin, I feel like I'm very, very close to the next level as well, so maybe I can level up. And there's also a green portal, so maybe it's not the only way. I'm actually intrigued. I will take the red tent, I will take the hill fort, we'll take the town. And then in the meantime, yeah, Jenova will just be rallying the units. I guess we're finally buying out the orc tower here. I feel like Bertram will be the man who will go and attack them. He has decent skills. If he can level his earth magic, when Dessa gets attacked by Shakti. Manticores. I guess that's from the refugee camp. So 20. Wow, can't even save all of these. Maybe we can. Okay, sure thing. Let's just have some 1-stacks, and yeah, he's trying to flag all the dwellings, which is very, very scary. If these are all the dwellings, then I will lose. So do need to be careful that that is not the case. So what can we do to improve our odds? We can rally a big army. Oops, well, should have done this a bit better. Didn't know you cannot rally like that, so we want to take away except 1 bird, we'll actually take the item away as well. And then Ian has to go, kind of go next to the water, right? Yeah. Gretchin is gonna have an interesting turn. Okay, that's a free win. Hideous Mask. Do that. Don't really have enough for level 12. Wait, is it 4, 6, 10? Wait, 4, 6, 8. I think it's level 10, no? Am I wrong? Is it level 10 or level 12? It's one of those things that I'm always confusing. Admits you into the library and you're able... Okay, it's level 10 that you need to go into the library. The portal seems very interesting. I have to like check that out. And I also should be rallying up an army, which is mighty enough to go and attack the opponent. Maybe even through the portal here. Okay, so Jenova, thank you for the birds, thank you for the orcs. I guess all the stronghold army essentially is what I would like. Yeah, that seems decent, and then actually 2 stacks of these would be able to break down walls very efficiently. Then I guess Bertram is gonna go here. What can... maybe not the most efficient use of his turn, but we can make him fast, and afterwards we would be able to rally up all the birdies and all the orcs as an upgraded version of the goblins. I feel like actually, yeah, that would be pretty good. If they come and attack through here, through this side, we will be able to defend just because he has such a big army. I really don't like the look of that one bit, so please tell me this green portal leads somewhere interesting. Sultans. What can they reach and what can they not reach? Okay, they cannot reach Mendoggos, that's pretty good. Okay, attacking my Haspits, that's really good actually. And... alrighty. Take Turbo Firmament. Then... do we want to upgrade everything? I mean, why not? That's super cheap. And this leads to actually a couple places. I feel like the snow zone has more potential, but it is, all of this feels uncharted territory, so instead we'll actually take the town from them. Bertram will be heading here. Tactics. I mean, sure thing, it's kind of a decent skill. Maybe, whoops. Summon boat. Let's try to summon boat, but failed. There are no boats to summon, damn it. I would have to wait for them to be like, oof, to give me a boat to summon. Oh no, don't tell me Red outsmarted me. I kind of have to go here and like kind of blast them down now to take at least one dwelling. Ay. Well, I can also try to charge at them with this man. I hope we don't need Mercury for anything much. And the other resources, we'll try to sell them as well. And yeah, that's kind of... I mean, this is like basically the best army I can grab at the moment. I have 2 ideas I can do. I can try to help these guys, but I feel like Bertram is going to be strong enough with this army to take the town if they don't get a new week's troops. And I can go up here and hope this connects somehow to something interesting like this portal. Ay. Red is gonna be... maybe he's gonna be giving me a ship. I don't know why you guys decided to do this though. Well, fair play. They're super close to winning. That, I mean, I just kind of have to go, you know? Okay, can't really eliminate them next 7 days either. There's victory. Well, this one didn't even get any screen time. I mean, yeah, this just has to happen. I feel like this is the closest thing we have, and maybe a chest can give me enough experience for an expert pathfinding. No, and I'm actually not gonna take the wisdom. I'm gonna try to get that expert pathfinding. I'm gonna be hoping that this connects into this, but it looks like it won't, which is a very big shame. Followers, sure thing. Welcome to the gang, boys. This connects into that, maybe. Oh gosh, don't tell me summon both was the only way to get to this land. It looks like that at the moment. Oh yeah, Ian, you can try to summon a boat again. There are no boats to summon. It's pretty sad that that is the case. Let's put a behemoth crack, so at least maybe there will be something in this town to buy out. I don't really care about any other towns. I guess we can just take a random hero like Manfred here to explore. As those two orc towers might be the only thing left between them and victory, which is quite worrying, to say the least. I can't believe Zubin just did that. He was like, I can go and win, and he, mad lad, went into a boat and actually is trying to win the game. Okay. Okay, at least this connects with that. Technically, okay, there's just a town here. Can grab this. That is owned by Red player already. I guess we are fighting. I'm going back. I don't really care about the town. Ooh. Okay, this is quite good. I hope I see something else here. Let's actually try to clutch it. Oh wait, we have the best spell in the game. We should be using it. Access to slow. The Haspid should not die from the retaliation again. That was a good estimation. Okay, ooh, pathfinding as well, but I think... Actually, I mean logistics as well, but... yeah, we do wish to arrive here. I need to just grab one orc tower so we can actually not die. Oh gosh. And then day 7. I feel like we're just going for this man's town, ASAP as well. It's gonna be, this is the capital. They have a bit too much actually, I feel like. And yeah, Manfred. Oh, this, hold up, does this not connect? Oh, it does connect, but it's like in a super convoluted way. And then Ian, what can we do here? I guess we can build a citadel. Any other town that is like important? My main town still has some units, but it's like pretty far to rally from. This town we already built, and this town is not too relevant. So this town, I guess these two towns are somewhat relevant. This one already has most of the valuable buildings. I guess this one. We can grab a castle. Quite a nail biter, I must say. I hope they're not smart enough to flag those two towers in that one turn. Okay, very good. Weak of the Vampire Lord. So, they should get some levels. We have to hope for like a pathfinding or something of a similar value. It's not that, I guess. I guess he'll just be slow walking through the swamp. Gretchin has to fast walk through here. Do we have the movement points? Oh gosh, don't tell me I don't have the movement points. No! You actual... Is there something I could have dismissed? Well, maybe the orcs. Oh gosh, there's something blue here. Don't tell me there were multiple ways to get here. And that's it. That would be just it. That would be such a sad way to lose. Cyclop Kings. Okay, that's something I can use in a siege especially. Okay, I guess we have to reinforce Bertram. I can't see myself taking that city. At least not yet. And Mr. Ian, and hold up, let's actually very quickly grab the resources and whatnot. I mean, yeah, they kind of have everything and I couldn't block them in time. If he can go to the orc dwelling from the top hex, I'm kind of screwed. Let's assume we're not screwed though, at least not yet. Oh, Jenova has returned. Ay. Quite an interesting experience. So, slow troops, no thank you. And the moment of truth. Is Reddit just gonna big brain this? No, he cannot reach me. Okay. This last dwelling is what's stopping him from winning. I am gonna flag it, and I need to be very, very careful about my next turns. So, technically we're relatively close to reinforcing Gretchin with a really big army. I don't know where the Blue Key Master's tent is. No clue about that one indeed. Maybe it's here somewhere? No, that would be kind of random. Oh, but the one thing I can do is... Come on, Ian, I know you can do it. You're... What do you mean there's no boats to summon? You can summon his boat, no? Okay, that's super duper sad as well. I'm sure I think we'll take the Dreadnought, why not? Let's entertain the idea. I need to... Can I beat this Zubin with my Gretchin? I think I can. I have enough birds, I have some ancient behemoths. This would be like a really tough battle, especially also if those guys would be fighting. But then at least I would know. I would also be taking away the last barricade, essentially. I also have a couple heroes here. Let's get my man Terek here. Well, can't really summon anything. Okay. Well, yeah, the big question is, if I can beat Zubin, I can actually counter flag all of these. And they have a Gird here as well. I could just defeat Zubin, end my turn on one of these dwellings, defeat Gird, and then take all these dwellings with Gretchin. And then the towns don't actually really matter. If I cannot do it, I would be defeating these goblins for him. Actually wonder if... Maybe I have an idea. So, let's get some more spell power. Let's go for it. Let's try for it at the very least. Only for the strong shall we bow down, defeat us and we shall join you, but you must defeat all of us. 500 of them, alright. Fair deal that is. Actually a bit slow, and if with all of them being in a single stack, it's pretty easy. Straight arrow. Wait. Shoot. The Haspid actually did what the Haspid was supposed to do. Poisoned them. Okay, amazing. Then we can defeat this man, Zubin, the menace to society. And through Eagle Eye observation, Gretchin is able to learn Summon Boat. Thank you. Thank you for that. And actually, ooh, the AI wins, but like with 2 Cyclops Kings. Oh no. So, we can slow them down, we can go and demolish them a little bit afterwards. The fastest troop is gonna be the Haspid, then maybe we can double hit something. So maybe the shooters. I want to have the Wolf Raider in the fight as well, to be honest. Alright, so we have the mass slowdown. Oh wait, you cannot access through here. That's incredibly bad for what I was trying to do. Well, the bird is gonna tank the hit. And I guess then we will just double strike the behemoth. And this will bring also mass slow. So the ballista's double shooting. So mass shield, I suppose, is the next best cast. Minus all of those. These guys have poison, so we should be attacking them. The behemoth. Okay, we're down to 1 behemoth, so no point in... Ooh, Zubin has fled. Okay, that is somewhat... Alright, we don't have the money for anything, and we don't really want the super slow orcs at the moment. We just want to sit on this thing. Okay, whew. I think we have actually won. But oh boy, the AI playing the objective, what a nasty surprise. I wonder if the win conditions for this is... No, this is flag all creature dwellings, not eliminate all opponents. So we'll take these 7 regular orcs as well. Just because there is a Gird here. I think we should be able to beat her. The enemy has fled, actually. Okay, so since I get to move before they do, in most cases at the very least, okay, well, I like the AI's result better, but you live and you learn, and I don't want these super slow orcs, well, for movement speed. I mean, I could be a big brain baller, and let's just do this, and this, and this, and this, and now we have Gretchin with only the birds, so we can flag the dwellings at max speed. It looks like Shakti is actually chasing my Bertram, which I do not approve. Way here is coming with the reinforcements, which I don't think we're gonna really need anymore. And I guess we can also reinforce here. Well, I guess we'll buy out the goblins as well in that case. Okay, since we have all the slots open, and maybe instead of Jenova, Dessa is gonna be the one reinforcing troops. No need these guys. I need these guys. Yeah, sure thing. And Mr. Dessa. I think maybe reinforcing from up north here is a bit better, as then we can get our main man Terek. Well, actually nothing much. Oh, non-upgraded wise, so boom, boom. And defeated this Charna. My man is a haste expert, though, I have to remember. Well, sure thing. Quite a legal battle, I must say. And, well, Jenova just wants to sit back in a town, so I guess Manfred is gonna be the one to deliver the rest of the troops elsewhere. And Clavius is just kind of chilling. Doesn't really have a purpose to do. Alright, so Gretchin is going to be trying to flag these dwellings at maximum speed. Then Terek, we have to go in two directions. One is this direction. I should have maybe split my troops into slightly better groups. Manfred actually wants to see this is Mirth. Okay, there's nothing interesting up here. Terek will be defending everything and everyone at the same time, and then yeah. Quite a whack unit composition, but hey, Dessa can get to the stables and Dessa can reach, or basically reach this town very soon, so I feel that that is basically all that I needed to do in that turn. Then with our summoning blows, okay. Gretchin is actually gonna keep flagging these dwellings, and I think we will win in the next turn, so I'm hoping before that I could eliminate them, but maybe that is not gonna be the case. So hey there, Shakti. Terek has a big army, Dessa has a big army. Well, let's do Dessa's fight first, because I would rather be victorious than be defeated. I mean, ancient behemoths are quite difficult to deal with. Could I go in one of these towns and like upgrade some troops? Yeah, I could. Now I definitely can. Ooh, even an attack stat. Okay, that's beautiful. Technically we can just stand on defense over there. And Mr. Boy exploring the map a little bit before we win, inevitably. So this witch hat, ooh, learning. Let's give away a free level up. Thank you, very nice. Behemoth's crown, not really valuable. It's kind of interesting, you can get an admiral's hat if you go here, but hey, let's win. But before we win, let's own another castle. Ooh, Gird is in this one. This man double shooting, okay. Who needs ballistics when you can simply attack multiple times? Well, unfortunately can't get him in this turn. Might as well throw their heavy rocks at the enemy. Accidentally stood on the spikes. And boom, Gird is defeated and all her fantastic artifacts are mine. And we can get the, what is it called, logistics upgrade. So, Dessa, I think you can continue on your path, as I do want to explore the map a bit more. Should we go for another big battle? That being Terek versus Shakti. Before we win, shall we go for another beautiful battle? Can't really reinforce from this town, can't really reinforce from this town. Well, why not? Let's see who would have been the victor here. Would it be Shakti or would it be Terek? The game thinks Shakti would win. Ooh. Going straight at it, eh? Goblins disappearing like champs. Ooh. Hello, that's not cool. I would like to use my units. Slow this guy down, and then I think actually the Wolf Raiders would be more deadly to me, but hey, like, we can have the luxury of hitting both. And I think we would have to go in the bird. Birdie is doing quite good. He's doing quite the work. Guess we could shield him up and also attacked him, and Shakti would run away. You fool! And you thought you could win against the mastermind, the Terek. And well, I guess there's nothing left for us to do besides flagging this fort, and congratulations, your flag flies on all the dwellings of every creature. Victory is yours. Oh boy, we almost didn't make it. The AI was like one turn away from winning. I'm happy I recognized that. Why would the map makers do such a thing? Put all the dwellings in the one location and not spread them out a little bit? Aye. Incentivizes you to rush that one objective. Anyway, we did manage to win this one, although it was looking quite dicey at moments. Our rank is a Naga. Took us 41 turns to do it, and we didn't explore the entire map while doing it, so I would like to explore the entire map now with some fancy cheats. So stack all these together. And how does the map look like at the beginning? Yeah, we're all in the corners. One guy starts in the swamp, one guy starts in the snow, and one guy starts in the rough terrain. So actually Red has the best starting position by far. He has a gold mine right next to him for free. Oh boy. And the other two players are a bit more in like scuffed positions. A bunch of towns here, and yeah, if you go through the portal, you can explore. And you can find the blue tent over here, which is kind of pointless because the red tent is like next to it. The blue tent is more difficult to get to. I guess the red tent you have to fight for, but that's like a small fight, all things considered. I want to check a couple things out. The first thing I want to check out is if... yeah, only the strong shall... only for the strong shall we bow down, defeat us and we shall join you, but you must defeat us all. I'm kind of interested that they didn't have the red orb equipped with Zubin. Oh, you actually have to go through here, through this hex. Okay, so this was the correct play. I actually did block them off. The sea captain's hat was unguarded, there's a vampire skull here. Is there any like flavor text to the behemoths, I wonder? No, they just fight. That's kind of fine. Nothing indeed. My chest's really... and I do want to see if they say something. We are here to fight. Are you going to fight or run away in fear? Okay, these ones are actually saying something. Puppet and the Orb of Inhibition. Alright, and this is the small goblin village. Well, yeah, the two ways you can get to here are, well, three ways. One is through the summoned boat, which actually... it's kind of interesting that I have the access to the summoned boat. And basic eagle eye, sure thing. You can get a bunch of resources. And actually, let's get the wisdom from my Gretchin. I want to check all the quests out. There was that quest for the attack and defense skill. Oh, we don't have 1,000 gold. Well, shame, as it is. Alright, so, my biome we of course explored the most. What would have happened if I would have gone... well, let's actually take the town just so it checks in my head that I've done it. What would have happened if I gone here? Oh yeah, these guys were actually followers, which is kind of rad to have like a marksman follower. Could have gone left or right. If I went right, I would have gotten a sulfur dune, not too exciting, some artifacts, stats, and some basically just some experience. The monk. I want to see if any of these chests give anything. Now this kind of seems like just a side zone for a couple of artifacts, so you could get some stats, I suppose. Spit of repression. Oh. I would rather have that disequipped for the time being. Alrighty then. Here, where they came through. Yeah, that's biome. So Red has like the most filthy biome ever. They just get like 5 gold objectives, 3 of them being chests, 2 of them being gold piles, and then actually an actual gold mine next to them. What a disgustingly powerful starting position, and navigation on top of that. Well, navigation doesn't really do much. When they get their mines, they have access to this little zone with their little funky scholar, more free stuff. And they can see like a tree. So not too exciting, and yeah, let's actually check the quests, just a bit the wyverns, just in case. So what is here besides these automatons? For those who have attained attack skill and defense skill 10, there are great rewards, and these rewards are 5 mighty gorgons. Really? I guess I can technically delete a behemoth or two. Alkin Boss saying that 273. Oh hey, Alkin Boss. Can you believe this reward? 5 mighty Gorgons for attack skill 10 and defense skill 10. Who made this map, like, even? Was it a mighty Gorgon fan? They predicted the future. And then... oh yeah, this amazing quest, for which I still need some resources, but we can very quickly get these. Actually, I can't even get Armageddon now. Oh, I can. Give me that Armageddon. Oh, I don't have... I ended up not getting it even here and now. Can't believe you've done this to me, game. Same quest twice, and I failed twice. Fireball, Pathfinding Earth Magic Learning. This was a pretty grand university, all things considered. Then Cyclops will be fighting, and then just some stuff here. Is this town like even upgraded? No, this town is like basic. Weakness with a ban skill. And actually, that's pretty interesting. You don't really get like water magic, do you? Okay, I guess I haven't checked out Purple's area yet. It's kind of interesting. The first person who can get the water magic can summon a boat, because I don't really see any boats. I'm not blind, right? There's 0 boats in the vicinity. Yeah, there's like 0 boats and there's 0 shipyards, so literally the first person who can get a summoned boat can win the map by cheesing it. That is wild, absolutely wild. And yeah, actually Purple's area was also quite decent. I guess they get these big chests for free. Well, I had to fight for the stuff here. That is very, very sad. Game gave me the most difficult starter. Well, I guess I technically rolled into the most difficult start. Boost the speed even. And... oh yeah, wait, there's this one I didn't check. What is this? Oh, well, you can buy water magic here. If you actually start with a battle mage, you get the spell from the shrine, and then you can get the water magic, and then you can cheat by summoning a boat and just sailing to victory. Well, one thing I do still want to check is if this 3 gives you the level up for free. No, it needs the gems. What a sad 3 it is. What a sad, sad 3 it is indeed. This black market, nothing too interesting. I guess maybe the breastplate. The shirt actually is a pretty decent slot item for this one, for the cape slot. 10% magic resistance, and doesn't take a secondary skill slot. What a good thing. Okay, I think I've checked the map out enough. There were like 2 libraries here, if I'm not mistaken. I don't see a third one. Yeah, 2 libraries. I managed to get one of them. Gretchin never returned to her main town, which is kind of wild. And yeah, Red with obviously the most powerful start, only one with the gold mine in the beginning. And then also pretty easy access to the middle. And they also would kind of see this town, they would see this town. And actually, where does the third one lead? Oh yeah, yeah, unironically I feel like this map was made to be played as red, and then played as purple or orange for a challenge. Red is like the easy win. Meanwhile, these 2 guys actually have to work for it a little bit. I don't see a gold mine for purple at all, so purple is probably the most difficult starting position. He's also relatively far away from the portal, but I guess he can pick up his second town. He's kind of like trapped in the corner. Alright. These were goblins in the pantry, and wait, hold up, one small thing I want to check. This town also didn't have anything valuable. I was 1 turn away from losing. I cannot believe that. But in the end, I managed to win. So, whew, I see the game is over. Yeah, hey Sprocket. The game is indeed over. I was like 1 turn or 1 hex away from losing, essentially. As the AI was flagging the creature dwellings you need to win, and that I could barely step in front of them with Gretchin on the only hex they could have stepped on to flag the last dwelling. And then I defeated their main hero Zubin with my main hero Gretchin, and then counter-flagged all the dwellings they had flagged before and won the game, like 3 or 4 turns later. Quite a nail-biter and quite an imbalanced one, actually. So yeah. I'm happy they make maps like these which are like isometric, because then I actually feel good for beating them from the more difficult starting positions. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling a bit too much today. I feel like my head is in the clouds today. I will leave you all for now, and maybe in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, the boys from the Mighty Gorgons will be fine with finishing a game, or continuing a game at the very least. And maybe I'll see you in a few hours, and maybe I'll see you next Saturday. So yeah, for now, I'm gonna say cheers. I was guest 273. I thank you all for joining me every weekend, and yeah, see you next time. For something that is not Goblin related to Goblins in the Pantry.